What's up, y'all? We had like 750 subscribers already. That's crazy. I appreciate everybody tuning in, subscribing, liking. Trying to hit 1,000. I might do something cool, might not. You know, depends how I feel. I'm kind of busy right now, but appreciate everybody tuning in, watching, listening, whatever, wherever you at, work, home, studying. I'm just gonna go over a couple recent DSP clips because I've been MIA this weekend. So yeah, let's get into it.
By the way, I'm going to say this right now. Everyone shut up about someone being banned in the chat. That's not what we're here for. I'm trying to talk and learn to interact with you guys about stuff this week. And, oh, someone got banned. Did you hear you got banned? Oh, he's banned. He's banned. Shut the fuck up. No one cares.
He died of cancer a couple years ago. And there's actually pretty much a 50% chance I'm going to die of cancer.
All right, goodbye. No, I'm not fucking around. I'm getting rid of everyone who's doing this right now. Seriously, I'm done with this shit. Here you go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Who's next? Goodbye.
All right, y'all. Let's watch some recent DSP clips. What do we got today?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a $50 tip to start off today, everyone.
Big surprise.
Thank you.
Anonymous.
$50 tip or a very generous contribution. Let's get a nice animation for you. The tips I still have to manually do, and I'll have to continue to manually do them, and there's nothing I can do about that. But I appreciate this, so let's see who this is from in a sec. It is anonymous, it says. However, it is a follow-up to a discussion that we had earlier in the week, or I should say now, last week. So let's talk about that. Ready? So, okay, here's their message. So, hi, I'm the guy that donated a few days ago talking about how I've hate-watched you for years. I remember that. Remember that guy said he was a hate watcher, but now he was actually like getting some self-awareness because he was actually watching the detractors and realizing how stupid and unhinged they were.
First of all, who is the guy? Because it says a lot more about your community or you as a person when you get these big tips all the time from people who are too afraid to say their name on stream. Is a streamer really a good person when you're afraid to use your name or even like your internet persona in the tip and be like, hey, I'm the guy 101 in your chat? No, it's just somebody that never talks in his chat, never speaks, never identifies himself. Not that they have to, but if you're donating to a streamer, why wouldn't you want your name to be out there? Cool, I'm supporting this guy. Hey, I'm this guy in the chat. Nobody ever knows who these tips are coming from. It's a little suspicious, right? And then he's like, oh, the unhinged, stupid detractors. All these guys are doing are taking clips of you. So somebody's watching clips of you spazzing out. I don't understand how somebody would come to their senses by watching actual clips of you being toxic and then coming to your stream and being like, well, I was watching the people clipping you being toxic, and I just want to say that you're only toxic 60% of the time, where the detractors, they're all taking clips out of context and making you look toxic 100% of the time.
Okay. Since then, I've heard detractor channels going through mental gymnastics to say that it was a fake tip written by you. This is just one example of how they feel like they're on a moral high ground, but they're dishonest too. I realize now that wasting so much time following someone you don't like is a schadenfreude. That's how you pronounce it. I know what the word means, but I don't know how to pronounce it. And it's sad. It's more pathetic than being the person that they have disdain for. Every one of us has been cringe, made mistakes, and lied about something. The difference is that most of us don't have that stuff on the internet in 4K. Duty is retarded. ALT, I don't know who that is old, and I'm moving on. Peace out. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you.
Listen, I see a lot of drama even in the detractor community. Not everybody's a good person. I'm just going to say that. And yeah, there are people in the detractor communities that I see and watch that will take a clip and make it seem like it's a bigger deal than it is. Like, yeah, sometimes people are grasping on straws and trying to milk some content for the day. But I mean, after he just got dumped on by Steve for like 3 hours, cried to his community, came back, didn't beg for like 2 days, came back full force after PPP said begging was okay, and is now like back into drama stuff. And he'll never put together like the reason that detractors even have these clips is because he's the idiot that creates them. He's the idiot that says all these things that people just repost, and wow, look at that. The reposts that people are doing of DSP saying something dumb gets a lot of views because DSP says something dumb.
Support. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for actually having common sense. And I could only hope that over time, as a lot of these people who are obsessed into this negative culture get older, They will have these kind of moments of self-awareness, realize how much of a waste of their time this has all been, and either move on or, hey, become a fan, which some of them have. You know, some of them actually were like, I watched your
This guy's so desperate he asked RTU trolls to come support his content. But it's like the same people who troll RTU probably troll you. I mean, you're asking basically your trolls to come support you once again. And it's crazy that he knows that detractors are trying to take the moral high ground because his content is toxic. So he knows that they'll clip toxic moments of him and post it thinking they're taking the moral high ground. But if you don't understand the other half of it, why people do this, why you get trolled, because I always say you're a jerk and you treat people like dirt, and you're the one that creates these toxic clips. To even have that moment of self-awareness where you say it out of your own mouth that they're trying to take a moral high ground because you know that the stuff you do is frowned upon, but you continue to do it anyway, just makes you look worse. Who cares why they're doing it? You do it in the first place. Anyway.
raw stuff, and it's actually not bad. You know, when we're not watching it through the lens of some idiot who's constantly editing in memes, you know, saying bullshit about your past and stuff, it's actually good content. So thank you so much. It tends to happen like this. It does affect me. And then people are like, wow, you're in a bad mood and you seem like you're grumpy and you seem like you're pissy today. You know, you're right. And there's nothing I can really do about it either. When you got shit going on, it's in the back of your mind constantly. It's like, what the fuck, right? It just sucks. But that's life. As I get older, I realize that's just life you got to deal with. This is why when you see a person, you can never really know what they're really going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone may look good on the surface, but you have absolutely no idea what level of stress they're actually at on the inside. You don't know what they're going through up here. You don't know what they're going through in here. And I just ask that everyone just have some kindness to those around them. Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people are just complete dickheads to everyone around them and think that they're the most important person on the planet.
Right. So when you yelled at Lucky Gremlin the other day, you called him negative, toxic, whatever the words you used were.
The Lucky Gremlin says, well, who likes this? Everyone but you, apparently, Lucky Gremlin. You're the miserable dude every day. Everyone else is having a good time here, hanging out, chilling, supporting. You're the miserable dude in chat. I don't know what else to say. And it's true, too. Like, you've been pretty miserable recently, and I don't know what's up with you. It's probably something in your personal life, and you take it out on the streams, but...
Brought the guy's personal life into your stream as the streamer saying that to him in front of the audience. You know, maybe you should take your own advice, dude, because you treat everybody like a jerk. And isn't this the same podcast that he just went on and shit on RTU for like a half hour? So, you know, you don't know what RTU's going through. You know, maybe you should have some kindness instead of dumping on the guy for an hour and shitting on his streams, right? Because he does it to you, it's okay to do it to him, right?
You know, but you never know what people are actually going through. So please be respectful. Please be nice. I mean, obviously, it'd be nice if you could do that to me, but just to everyone around you, because at any given moment, you just don't know, right? You just don't know what.
What? Why do you bring yourself into this? That's such a DSP move to say this as a general statement and then be like, it'd be nice if you could do it to me. You don't think about anybody but yourself, do you?
What the hell's going on? And then one day, you're going to go through that shit. And if people are nice to you, you're going to appreciate that people were nice to you when you really needed that, right? So do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's the golden rule. It's a way to live. And I hope that more people would actually, you know, abide by that.
Including yourself.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to have some fun.
The fuck was that laugh?
You can't fucking make it up. So in an entirety of his 2-hour and 20-minute broadcast, okay, he embarrasses himself with his title screen. He comes on and immediately has my O face popping up in every contribution. He talks politics for an hour, which is a huge fucking embarrassment. The guy has no idea what the fuck, who he is, what he's saying or doing. He's becoming increasingly more inebriated over the hour, even though he pretends like he's not because he's drinking seltzer water on stream, right? Then he's out of content, okay? Please go content, so he tries to jump on lolcow. They ban his right. Then he's out of content, so he tries to jump on lolcow. They ban his ass because he's a fucking loser. What he's saying or doing. He's becoming increasingly more inebriated over the hour, even though he pretends like he's not because he's drinking seltzer water on stream.
Isn't that what you do? I don't know.
Right? Then he's out of content, so he tries to jump on lolcow. They ban his ass because he's a fucking loser. Then he tries to play Doom. He can't get the audio to work, so he rage quits on that within 20 minutes. Then he takes off his shirt and he reacts to me for an hour, and that's his show.
So you watch the whole thing. You're a fan. You're a fan of somebody who likes to mention you in their content. Wow. I mean, this is DSP though. He is like, I don't know. I didn't really see anything about it. Well, all I know is that all of this stuff happened. Phil, you should be kind to others as you want others to be kind to you.
Rich, you don't have a fucking right to say a word about me and my content ever again. You are a miserable embarrassment to every person who ever turned on their camera or broadcast anything over the internet. You're a joke. You're a living meme. You're far, far, far below me.
It's crazy for DSP to say something like this when Rich is like on his level, if not higher than DSP. I mean, at least Rich has the balls to go on lolcow live. And then DSP is treating it like they're two middle schoolers fighting like, dude, how dare you say that your content's better than my content, dude? My content's way better. You sound like an 8-year-old. I'm convinced you actually have the mindset of an 8-year-old. I mean, this guy is about to play with Legos on stream as a reward and says, well, let's see how it does. As if the Legos on stream aren't a reward. It's, hey, let's do this and see if I get tips for it. Let's see if people will support me doing this. It's like, no, you're doing it because you're getting supported. And to get shit on so bad on Truth Seekers, and a week later to come back with this in the safety of your own podcast where you're not going to get confronted about being an idiot saying stuff like this. He does this stuff and then he's like, well, detractors, boohoo, people are clipping out of context. It's like, no, you're putting out this stupid toxic shit.
Fucking bug to be stomped on. Shut the fuck up, you life loser. You obsessed walrus. Move the fuck on and leave the...
That's another one of those words he's using all the time now as an insult. It was schlub, and now he's using life loser all the time. Somebody must have called him a life loser recently, and now he was so triggered by it, he uses it on everything.
World alone, because the world is done with you. I don't know if you realize this. Your time came and went. If you disappeared right now and never made content, people would be like, well, anyway, carrying on. No one would cry. No one would be sad. No one would care. You're a wretch. I can run tech better than you, but you're the tech guy.
If Rich died today, nobody would care. The internet would move on. But if DSP died today, YouTube would stop working for a day. The messed up part about this whole thing is everything he's saying is applied to him. I mean, everybody knows this at this point, but every single word that comes out of his mouth can also just be reapplied to him. And I don't know if it's just the way I pause this, but he may have some health conditions going on. Look at that face. Listen, you could pause me right now and I'd probably look like an idiot, but something don't look right here. And then he'll sit there and talk about like, oh yeah, well, I have bad genetics. I got bad teeth. I got bad this. I got bad blood. Like I got this, that. And I didn't take care of myself for years. But it's like, you still don't. You still eat fast food all the time. You don't exercise. He's on stream for 8+ hours a day. And I can imagine he gets off stream between them. And there he is. He's eating dinner and he comes right back. The guy doesn't have time to exercise, according to his own merit anyway. I mean, he's not going to get up early to exercise and do things in the morning to take care of himself. So what do you really expect when you don't take care of your body?
It's time to say goodbye to the internet. Just give up.
I'm going to defend Rich here for a second and say that Rich has more relevancy to drama going on with the internet than DSP has with drama and his content, whatever that would be, because he gets like 200 views on a video. Rich, who actually has relevancy with lolcow live, even though he got banned, he has ties to all those people. He's been on the show. He supposedly got fired. I don't watch lolcow live, but they pull in a lot of viewers. Like a lot of people watch those shows and they donate. So yeah, Rich has a lot more relevancy when he goes on there in front of thousands of people rather than DSP's 300 people watching him. Like they both make boring content, but at least Rich can go on a show and be entertaining. What does DSP do? Turn everything down except for when it benefits him? Like the last entertaining thing he did was Truth Seekers because he got tricked into it, supposedly. He didn't do his research and he went on the show and the guy roasted him. I mean, you go on a show called Truth Seekers, you do zero research on the guy and you just think it's cool because he knows Kino Casino that, everything's going to be talking about me and my history and my gaming and stuff like that. Nobody cares about that stuff. We want the truth to be uncovered about DSP. Of course, we'll never get it.
I wish that I could motivate you to be a better person. I tried that last year. Instead, you continued down your path of degeneracy.
Who are you to have this quote unquote moral high ground against Rich? Oh, I tried to show you the way, brother. No, you are actually worse than Rich. I hate to say it, but Rich doesn't do the stuff that you do. Oh man, it's community service DSP coming out here to show Rich what the moral high ground is. Yeah, you know, DSP, the guy who holds his content hostage so people donate before he starts gameplay. You know, the guy who asks for contributions from you all the time. You know, the guy who says nobody's contributed in a while. You know, the guy who demands your money for streaming on YouTube, for playing video games on a subpar level. You guys are on the same level. I don't understand this whole I'm better than you mentality when you just make yourself look worse. And he's all happy about recording. Like, his whole intention going into this podcast today was to record this cool clip to get some views for himself. Let's check out the views that DSP has got since he's uploaded it. 484 views 6 hours ago. I mean, that would be probably good for someone like me. I don't really have a following, you know. But like, dude, you got 215,000 people that follow you, and you're pulling in those views. 16 years, bro. Look at your thumbnail. A royal dump on the chump. Of course it's a poop joke. Like, when you don't leave your house all day, you're living in your own padded room. So
You continue down your path of nonsense. You're not capable of doing it. The only way I think you could actually improve yourself is to seek real help, meaning get professionals involved in your life who will get you off the drugs, because you are on drugs. It's apparent.
this is like one of those things where DSP will be like, well, you know, people are saying this and people are saying that. Really, what Phil's doing here is just self-reflecting. The weird thing is he's talking about himself, but he's almost using somebody else as an example. This sounds dumb, but hear me out. It's like when DSP will say, yeah, well, people are saying this and people are saying that, when you look at his chat and nobody's saying that. Who are these people that are saying it? It's the people in his head, right? I have a clip here I saved. Let me find it.
I don't watch any of that stuff. I actually hate it. Like, no exaggeration. I can't take it. I think it's ultra cringe. And it seems like everyone on the internet is desperate to create their own internet drama stuff and get their piece of the pie. And then they've pulled me in over the years, and I've become part of this drama sphere completely against my will. Like, I never wanted to be involved in any of it, right? To this day, I just don't care.
This was 8 days ago. This isn't even the part that I wanted to show, but as we're playing it, it's, oh, I never wanted to be in this drama thing. I just got roped into it. Yet here I go, roping myself into more drama with RTU.
Now, I'll play the game when it makes sense, and I'll play the game when it benefits people. You know what I mean? If it benefits me or if it benefits...
Okay. So I think this was a slip up with DSP. And whenever he says benefit people, he's really talking about himself. He'll be saying, people are telling me this. It's the voices in his head. I swear to God, I know I sound crazy when I say this, but DSP refers to people, not just his chat, but like there's people in his head talking and telling him this stuff. And these are his thoughts. These are his internal thoughts. Listen to this again. How he ropes in people and himself in the same sentence here.
Right? To this day, I just don't care. Now, I'll play the game when it makes sense, and I'll play the game when it benefits people. You know what I mean? If it benefits me or if it benefits others or whatever.
Why would you playing the game benefit other people? And why would you care about that benefiting other people if it's not you? You've already said this in the past. You would only do things if it benefit you. You'd only do this thing with Steve if it benefit you. And you'll notice that whenever he brings up examples like this, you can always tie it back to this is how DSP himself could possibly be feeling. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to cover on this one, y'all. I want to get another video uploaded today, but it may be tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. We're getting up to 1K subscribers, so appreciate everybody who's been subscribing these last 2 months. Yeah, we'll get into it. You know, we'll talk about some more drama and shit, I'm sure. I doubt this is the end of it today. I don't know. We'll see. Peace, y'all.